Howdy there. A couple days ago, I saw Crazy Stupid Love. And it was fine. I will give it a 7. It was entertaining and thoughtful and not totally unoriginal. It's about love and basically just relationships, not really at various stages, but relationships at various ages. You've got a man going through a divorce. His wife has cheated on him, so they're kind of breaking up, but yet they still love each other, so you don't know what's going on there. You have a young teenage crush on an older woman. You have a womanizer falling in love for the first time by a woman who finally rejects him. And so that's pretty much it. Again, various ages that you can, experiencing love. The movie's kind of all over the place. That's the one thing I have that is a detractor for me is it is uneven in terms of pacing. Like, you spend a lot of time on one relationship and then the other one kind of fades away, and then when it comes back it doesn't feel as real as it once did. It was just kind of uneven and scattered. It needed to remain more focused, I thought. Great cast, and that's why I'm giving it probably a 7 and not a 6. You had a fantastic cast. You have Steve Carell, you have Ryan Gosling, you have Emma Stone, Julianne Moore, Kevin Bacon. Who else is in there? Marissa Tomei, that's who I was trying to think of. And a great character actor, I can't remember his name. It's 3 names, like John Lindsay something. He's Drew Carey's brother in the Drew Carey Show, the cross-dresser. He was also in Volcano, had the best scene in Volcano, in a terrible movie. He's also the Zodiac Killer in Zodiac, not to ruin that film for you. Anyway, that guy. So great cast. Ryan Gosling, one of the best working actors. Incredibly handsome, cut, very in shape, a movie star, and has the talent and intensity to back it up. He's very good at Emma Stone. Great actress, and she's on the rise, she's it right now. She's fantastic. Her eyes are captivating to me. Her eyes are never still. They're constantly in motion, not physically and, figuratively. You can see her soul working behind her eyes, as well as her eyes are constantly darting around. I'm fascinated with her. I think, she's gorgeous and extremely talented. Again, a superstar on the rise. Steve Carell, hilarious. He's good here. He can do that melancholy while being, sweet. He's very good here, but yet he can be a dick. And he can be, funny. Just drop dead funny. I had maybe another problem with Marissa Tomei and Kevin Bacon. Again, this is the second movie this summer where I was sitting in the theater and I was like, that's Kevin Bacon. I had no idea Kevin Bacon was going to be in this film. I had no idea Kevin Bacon was going to be in X-Men First Class. But I love Kevin Bacon. I think he's great. Footloose was the first movie I ever saw in the theater. So I think maybe I just have this ingrained respect for Kevin Bacon. I always enjoy seeing him. So I enjoyed seeing him here, and I love Marissa Tomei, and I enjoyed seeing her here, but their roles are so one note that I wondered why they needed actors of their caliber. You know, Tomei's won an Oscar. Kevin Bacon's been nominated for Oscars. Why do you need Oscar nominees and winners to play one-note characters? To me, it's kind of distracting. Give a lesser known character actor that role, and maybe you would get something more out of it. Maybe they would try a bit harder than having an Oscar winner kind of... I'm not saying she phoned it in, but, you know, she probably didn't try as hard as maybe, you know... Well, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but just, you know, a lesser name. There were also things that they happened because they seemed to need to happen. The character actor I mentioned from the Drew Carey show, he's like their friend. He and his wife are... who is from The Daily Show. She's like I can't remember her name. I used to have the biggest crush on her. Now she was like a founding anchor of The Daily Show back when Kilborn did it. Now it was just good to see her. But anyway, she's the wife, he's the husband, and they're just the friends of Steve Carell and Julianne Moore as a couple. And they're everywhere. And I really didn't know why. Like, they, you know, bump into them at the grocery store. You know, they just happen to be everywhere. They are at events that I can see no reason for them to be at the event, other than that they need to be for the story. So it just didn't feel very natural to me. It didn't develop organically. It does have a couple plot twists that kind of caught me off guard, that seemed pretty original. You know, at least, again, kept me on my toes. And I don't know, they seemed like they could happen, I guess. What else did I want to say about it? Music was good. I thought it had a good soundtrack. You know, kind of romantic love songs, what have you. Good soundtrack. I need to see, I think this is their second film, I can't think of their names, but it's directed by two people. I think perhaps by a man and husband and wife. I'm not 100% on that. Maybe not. Their first film was I Love You, Philip Morris, which I haven't seen and want to see. The Jim Carrey, Ewan McGregor prison movie, con man movie. Not sure what it's about. Anyway, this is their second film. And it's good. God, there's a point I want to make and I can't remember what it was. It's just killing me. I found the actors distracting. The big actors. It was unfocused. Man, that's gonna piss me off. Crap. Well, there was one point that I wanted to make that now has just totally slipped my mind. And whatever. I guess it wasn't that important. Man, I really wanted to remember it. Anyway, it was okay. Romantic comedies are probably my least favorite genre of film, just because I've never found romance to be that funny. So, you know, it was okay. Again, I could maybe give this a 6, but I think the acting is so strong. The cast is so good that I've got to give it a 7. and it was funny. You know, I laughed here and there. You know, it was okay. You know, it was okay. You know, I can't think of that one point. It seems like it was the most important point I had about the film, and now I can't remember it at all. So, whatever. I guess I'll leave it to that. So that's Crazy Stupid Love, and it was pretty good. I'll give it a 7. Thanks.